There are a bunch of stupid AI gadgets out there that you should not buy. Let's talk about them. So welcome back to Dave is Not AI. I'm Dave, an AI expert and an AI skeptic. Let's get started. So AI is creeping into every gadget imaginable: pens, glasses, fridges, even toothbrushes, and every launch claims to be the future. But when you strip away the marketing, a lot of these devices are slower, clunkier, and less useful than the smartphone you already own. In this breakdown, I'll go through the most overrated AI gadgets, why they fail to deliver on their big promises, and where the hype massively outweighs the actual day-to-day value. So what prompted this video is just a number of devices out there, that are being sold everywhere: AliExpress, Temu, Amazon, that are claiming to be AI devices. And obviously there's always something that is with that. And also I think it's becoming more of a marketing message. As I, mentioned, back in 2022, everybody is AI washing everything out there. And that's including gadgets, toothbrushes, razors, all kinds of things that you would think probably AI wouldn't be needed is being sold as being AI enabled. So let's go through each of these and kind of understand what they are, what they're trying to do, and what they're actually doing. So the AI pen, also overrated. So it promises to replace your phone with a projector and voice-first AI, but in practice it's slower, less accurate, and less convenient than just pulling out your smartphone. Battery life is poor, the projector is hard to see in real-world lighting, and constant reliance on cloud AI makes it laggy and inconsistent. You're paying a premium, often with a subscription, for something your existing phone already does, and it does it better. And also it's able to do it more privately and more reliably. We're going to see this as a common theme through these. The AI gadgets, whether it's in AI glasses, and we'll talk about those in another video, or some of the other AI assistants and some of the AI note taker things. They're just peripherals for your phone. So they wouldn't be able to work without your phone. And what happens, your phone has to communicate with the device. And in turn, your phone also has to communicate with some sort of a back-end LLM that they're using, ChatGPT or something else. So it's really no different than you picking up your phone and using ChatGPT on your phone. It just provides another layer of gadget, and people, thinks they need these gadgets to run AI, and you don't. Your phone pretty much does everything that these devices can do, but people obviously haven't figured that out yet. They're buying AI glasses in many cases, thinking that AI is actually occurring in the glasses when it's occurring 1,000 miles away, in an AI data center. And it's being communicated, and the communication is being managed by the phone. And that's pretty much the patterns you're going to see here. So I think a lot of people are spending a lot of money on these gadgets, expecting science fiction, and it's not there. So in the big one, the Rabbit R1 style AI pocket companion. So these handheld AI gadgets largely replicate what you can already do with your phone. See the pattern here? An app, chat with an AI, summarize things, control services. The dedicated hardware rarely adds real-world value beyond the novelty of it. So in other words, you want to hold up a box, it's able to do that, but you might as well hold up your phone instead. You're just paying more for another device that you have to power, you have to charge, and you have to, in some cases, pay a subscription for. Instead, you get another device to charge, carry, and update. So many agent promises are still flaky in the real world, so you end up with a cute orange brick that does less than a decent AI app on your phone. And this thing took off like a rocket as far as popularity goes when I think it first launched on some kind of an investment site, the sites where you go after you're able to put your own money into them. And ultimately, I think people were kind of misled in the fact they thought that this thing was going to be running AI natively in the device. And obviously people figured out over time that it's doing nothing more but chatting with your phone, and it's doing nothing more but chatting with a back-end LLM system. And you could do the same thing on any other device, such as your, chatbot, your Amazon Echo, that's able to communicate with back-end AI systems as well. So this thing turned out to be a big turkey. I think it was a big ripoff, by the way. So if you bought one, sorry, hope you can return it. But make sure you don't go out there and buy one of these things. They're junk. So next would be AI-powered smart glasses. And I'm talking about the general consumer ones, not the pro augmented reality ones, which cost many thousands of dollars. And I believe Apple sold a version of these a year or so ago. And it's to be looked at. In other words, it provided video, it provided audio, and it provided access to a system typically relying on your phone that could provide you with an augmented reality experience. And so, hats off to them, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about all of the AI glasses you see on Temu, on AliExpress, and on Amazon, typically fairly inexpensive. They're from $50 on down, and I'm going to do a review of these things in the next couple of weeks. And I was able to buy, AI glasses on Temu for $9 and AI glasses on AliExpress for $45. And also I bought the Meta glasses just to kind of compare and contrast them. They're all the same. Again, the AI glasses are able to work as a peripheral to the phone. And so the phone is going to manage communication with some sort of a back-end LLM system. So the value of this thing is really going to be defined on the value of the software that they give you on the phone, your ability to communicate with some sort of a reliable back-end LLM, large language model, to get some of the answers that you need. And the AI glasses unto themselves are really kind of nothing more than headphones producing audio and video, providing microphones. They have small cameras in them. Some of them do. Normally the cheaper ones are going to be really lousy and not going to work very well. But of course we could pick up our phone and use the camera on our phone. So maybe it's for convenience, and it does have a certain market for people who are looking for the coolness of the gadgets. But again, it's redundant to technology you already have. It doesn't really add anything to that technology. So the marketing sells these AI glasses as seamless, futuristic AI companions that see and understand the world, but there's limited vision, frequent misinterpretations, and short battery life to these glasses out there, certainly the cheaper ones there. They may last a few hours at most. Most people don't actually want to talk to their glasses in public or record everything around them, and privacy trade-offs are huge for everyone nearby. For the average user, they're an awkward, expensive way to do things, again, that a phone and a camera will do, any kind of an AI app that's out there. So I'm not pushing them off way far off altogether, but the big thing with the AI glasses is they're often misunderstood. People think the AI is occurring in the glasses, and it's not. It's not even occurring on the cell phone that it's connected to, and it's communicating via Bluetooth. It basically functions like headphones, AirPods, and has a camera capability as well. And that will do things like take a picture of things in front of you and send it off to an LLM, and it'll tell you just a description of what that thing likely is, which is cool, but I'm not sure why you need that. And if you do need that, I'm not sure why you couldn't just pick up your phone, take a picture of something, submit it to ChatGPT or another LLM, and have it carry that out for you. So for some reason, the innovators out there, the people who are selling these gadgets, got it in their crawl that this is going to be a major push, typically after, I think, the success of the Meta AI glasses that are out there. And there's some good aspects in that. In other words, it's a little better done. The software is much better, things like that. And I own a pair of those as well. But most of the stuff out there that are calling themselves AI glasses are complete junk. You don't need them. Don't waste your money. So next would be AI home appliances, smart fridges, ovens, washers, and some other things you can think of, dishwashers, dryers, all that kind of stuff is becoming AI enabled these days. So most of the AI is basic pattern recognition and canned automation, guessing your grocery list, suggesting recipes, or adjusting cycles, in this case, your washing machine. The fancy features are often clunky, locked behind apps or subscriptions, and rarely to be used or useful after a few weeks. In other words, when people buy them, I think it's kind of a novelty that they use for maybe the first week or the first month, but eventually the novelty wears off and they just use the thing like it should be used, like an appliance. And again, if you need some sort of an AI augmentation to it, there's no reason you couldn't do that on your phone or some other kind of device that's really kind of designed to do that. So you're paying more for AI services that you're likely not going to use past a month. In many cases, these things come with mandatory subscriptions. So you have to pay, $10 a year, $20 a year, whatever, in perpetuity to make these AI systems work, and you're never going to use them. You pay a big premium for features that break more easily, age quickly as the software changes, and don't really kind of meaningfully improve your life compared to a solid non-AI version of the same sort of device. And so AI ovens, AI, toasters, all these sorts of things that are out there now. And it's just silly. We don't need AI in this aspect of our life. We know how to use a toaster. We know how to use an oven. And if we need AI to augment these devices, for example, keeping grocery lists and things like that, then we can use our phones or some other device. There's no reason for you to embed it in an appliance. And you got to remember, these appliances typically have an economic life of 5 to 10 years, and the AI software is going to look very antiquated, after a few months. And so this is a big ripoff. So if something's AI enabled, I would pass on that unless there's some, reason or some sort of a science fiction that comes along with it, and none of them are. And finally, AI in the bathroom, AI toothbrushes, mirrors, and beauty gadgets out there. So these devices promise AI optimized brushing or skincare, but usually just trap simple metrics and show the basic feedback dressed up as intelligence. They nudge behavior a bit, such as brushing your teeth and what time you're going to spend on one side of your mouth versus the other. But, scientific benefits beyond using a normal good toothbrush or following a dermatologist's back routine are often marginal, if anything. So for most people, it's a lot of fancy money and data collection in exchange for features that could live in a simple app or timer. So mirrors out there where, they're looking at your face and analyzing things and things like that. Again, these things are just going to use a computer that's housed, thousands of miles away. You're typically going to have to access those things through a subscription. And if you want to do this stuff, take a picture of your face. If you, run your own timer on your phone as far as how long you're going to brush your teeth. All these things are our responsibility. And I understand it's tempting, to leverage AI to augment every aspect of our life and hopefully make things easier. But people are just selling this stuff now as snake oil. It's not adding value, and we're just paying additional money for it. And so hopefully you didn't go out and buy an AI toothbrush. If you did, maybe it's time to return it. So the most overrated AI gadgets are the ones trying hardest to replace your phone, such as the pen, the rabbit, AI glasses, those sorts of things, followed by everyday appliances and beauty gadgets where AI mostly inflates the price and hype rather than delivering truly new must-have capabilities. So the jig's up with this stuff. I think people have kind of finally had it with the amount of AI washing that's occurring right now. And of course, now that we have AI agents, they're just calling it an AI agent. There's an AI agent in your toothbrush versus being AI enabled. That's not the case based on how we define what an AI agent is. So this silliness is going to go on as long as we allow it to go on. So my advice to you, and hopefully you're able to do this, don't buy these devices and push back on them really kind of, pushing the AI label and everything and anything out there, trying to get, some market uptake. It's garbage. It doesn't add any value to what you do. In fact, in many cases, it's going to hurt you because you're paying more money for something you don't actually need. And the biggest fight that we have with AI out there is not making AI work. It's going to work just fine. But it's the ability to figure out where AI is going to be of value, where AI is not going to be of value. Even at the enterprise software level, even when our personal consumption, of consumer goods, all these sorts of things, it doesn't necessarily need AI that's going to be a part of all of it. And it should be a part of a small part of it. So you use AI when it's going to have some use cases and some good significant applications. You don't need to use it in every part of your life. In fact, that's going to cost you time and it's going to cost you money. And at the end of the day, we need to normalize what this technology can actually do, the value where it can be applied, and especially where it shouldn't be applied, like these dumb gadgets. Well, anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos on this channel. Also, check out my InfoWorld Cloud Computing blog, my 100 Plus LinkedIn Learning courses, and of course, my Generative AI Architecture course out on Go Cloud Careers. And finally, my latest books, Unlocking the Power of Cloud and An Insider's Guide to Cloud Computing. So until next week, you guys stay very, very safe. The magical YouTube algorithm thinks this is another one of my videos that you should watch next.